My favorite part of the job is being able to be outside every day and also just getting to know the animals.
If I could pick my dream job, or if I had my choice of careers, this would be number one.
Come on, over here. I really enjoy taking care of the animals, especially here. I'm a big fan of native wildlife.
The animal department is in charge of the general care for the animals here at the park. We're responsible for feeding them, maintaining their enclosures, watching their general health, keeping a relationship up with our veterinary staff, and just checking on their diet and adjusting it as needed. Every morning when we come in, part of our opening routine is to get all the diets ready for the animals.
I think people would be surprised to know how much meat we use. The wolves themselves get 15 pounds of meat every day. The cougars each get 4 pounds a day, so it adds up really quickly.
I'd say we probably go through about 50 pounds of meat a day, taking care of the animals, and depending on the season, about 5 pounds of produce every day. Some of the animals are kind of picky about their diet. We give them a variety of meat to kind of hope that they don't get as picky and stop eating certain things. So they'll get a variety throughout the week of fish, Nebraska, zoo-grade meat, liver, beef trimmings, deer. The cats will get fish in their diets, and then they get rats or chicks in their diets as well.
Part of the job that people don't think about are the diets and what these animals eat. Some people get grossed out that we have to gut rats for the birds of prey, but that's their main diet. They catch rodents out in the wild.
The beef tongue, yeah, that one kind of.
You can't really let it affect you.
There are some of the animals here that like to eat tripe. That is a smell that I don't know I will ever get used to.
You know, it's cow stomach.
But it is nutritious for them. It's just the odor that is left behind from it is not the best. Yeah, you want to make the diets before you go to lunch, not after you come back from lunch.
The most picky animal that we have to feed on a daily basis are the bears. For some reason, they don't like to eat their vegetables, and so we've been trying to introduce them to a bunch of different foods just to see what they like and don't like.
They've kind of been spoiled over the years, and they prefer fruit over any other kind of vegetables. So with them, it's just kind of difficult to find the new things that they'll find interesting. But what we've been starting to incorporate is things like non-salted cheddar crackers or cheese, raisins, eggs. They get fish in their diet on occasion. They're kind of like a 5-year-old kid. They would rather eat fruit or other kinds of snacks than eat their vegetables. A normal day here at the park for the animal staff would be opening all the animals. So some of our animals are locked into their dens at night for safety reasons, mostly for storms. And so we will let them all out,
And then we basically just go and feed them.
Are you gonna go bury it or are you gonna eat it? Foxes have a certain behavior called caching. It's kind of an instinct where if they have enough food or extra food, they will take pieces of food and bury it so that they can come and eat it later if they need it at a later time. He probably has little chunks of meat buried all over the place, and he probably remembers where all of them are.
Mike was raised by people since he was young, and he was trained sort of like you would train a horse, so he's much more tame. He really likes being around people.
They're actually really gentle. They'll pick off individual leaves and berries and grapes.
A lot of our animals come in as rehabilitation animals. All of our birds over at the aviary came in as rehabs.
One of the great horned owls, Granny Ann, she only has one eye, so she wouldn't be able to hunt, or it's just her vision's so off she can't get around as easy.
Kia, our American eagle, came from southern Illinois. Rainey came from Alaska. Rainey had a collision with a small plane, and he's missing the tip of one of his wings.
If they were to be released, they wouldn't be able to hunt or really get up far enough on the ground to protect themselves from other predators.
It is a big responsibility to take care of all these animals. We have to be very observant to know if an animal isn't feeling well or how it's doing in the day, and if we don't catch something, there could be big consequences.
Little miss. Sometimes she is down there by that big log. She's the hardest one to find in like the whole park, especially with all the dead leaves. She's down in her log, I know. I'm gonna go down there and just peek in and see if the lynx is in her log, and that's all I'm gonna do. I just wanna make sure she's doing okay, because it makes us kind of nervous if we don't see them, because they could be like really sick if we don't check on them. So I'll go down there, see if she's hiding in her log. Are you in there? Yes. Are you gonna come out? Come on. Come out of there. Yeah, she's in there. Come on. Come on.
You get to learn really fast what their normal behavior is. That way, if they're not acting normally, you can, get a vet to come out or just make sure to make a note of it. That way, if they end up getting sick, then, it's not too late to treat them for anything.
So today we're going to go down to the bison elk pasture, and we're going to lead them all into the roundup area. We do the bison and elk roundup twice a year. Herd animals are by far the hardest to get them to go where you want and to do what you want, because they move as a herd. So if they notice that one herd member has started to walk away from the direction we want them to go, the rest of them will then follow that herd member.
That can get stressful on them and us, and it's all about safety for us and them.
We are going to use Ivermax on them, which is a boron dewormer for roundworm, lungworm, lice, mites, flies.
The reason why we do that is to maintain their health, so we have a healthy herd that's going to sustain itself from here on out.
We do form bonds with the animals that we see every day. I mean, we are the people that they see every day.
Oh, thanks. Kisses.
The wild animals tend to recognize you and they're more relaxed around you than other people.
Some of them make bonds back with us and some of them don't really care too much. But it's nice when an animal recognizes you versus somebody else. And a lot of other jobs don't necessarily get that.
What I get out of the job personally is just the satisfaction to know that these animals are being used in an educational setting and that they have a little bit more freedom here than some animals do it at other zoo settings. They have that ability to have all the sensory that they would in the wild, so they can hear all the different sounds of the animals that are out here. They can smell all the different things. They have the different textures to walk around on and dig in, and it's just kind of nice to see them behave naturally.
Being out here with all these animals, helping them out, educating the public, helping them out any way I can, then I think I found the right spot. And it's pretty nice to look at too.